It's the final video before Christmas as I look ahead to FPL Gameweek 18, where I've got 2 free transfers. Bukayo Saka is injured. I'm coming into this one on the back of a big green arrow as well, closing in on 37,000 subscribers. So hit the subscribe button. Let's get this one to 1,000 likes as well. Let's get into it. Starting off with how my game week 17 went then, and going into the final game, it wasn't looking great. I was only on 31 points. I decided not to bring in Isak because Cunha didn't get suspended. I kept Cunha and Solanke instead of getting Isak and João Pedro in. I actually made a defensive transfer in the end because Vandenberg got injured in the week, so I brought in Robinson. He obviously got the clean sheet. I got a couple of assists from my defenders, but it was blanks in the midfield and Cunha was the only attacking return. I benched Morgan Rogers' 14-point haul, but it all came together for Liverpool against Spurs with that 42-point haul for Salah captainers. I also got an assist out of Trent and a goal and an assist from Solanke. So I finished up on 86 points and a 40k green arrow. I'm inside the top 200k for the first time this season and pretty excited about my progress going forward now. And it's great to see that maybe the template's getting shaken up a little bit now with the injury to Saka as well. Talking about the injury to Saka then, he is going to be a sell now for most managers. He went off straight away with a hamstring injury. It obviously went, so it's a significant injury there. He was seen leaving on crutches, not really bearing any weight on that leg. It's not very often that a player like Saka goes off straight away having sustained an injury, so you know it's going to be a bad one. So it does shake things up in terms of where to go. Now, before I discuss those replacements, I am excited that I have got a big Christmas giveaway going on for Game Week 18 because it is the Amazon Prime round of games, and I've got 2 £250 Amazon vouchers to give away in my Sleeper Prediction League for Game Week 18. It's absolutely free to play, available globally, using the link in the description to this video. There will be one random winner. All you have to do to enter is click the link to join the league on the Sleeper app and comment Prime in the chat on the Sleeper app, and I'll do a spin the wheel on the Boxing Day deadline stream on Thursday, and one person at random will get a £250 Amazon voucher. Get your predictions in for the games as well, because the best predictor this week, the one that gets the most correct results right, win or draw for either team, will also get a £250 Amazon voucher. Now, where do we go then from Saka? Well, looking at the potential options, my gut feeling to start with was to go with Ahmad because he's a player who is in form. I think he's delivered in 5 of his last 6 starts, which is really encouraging, making that wing-back role his own. I thought he could be a pretty good option for me, and he does rotate well with Morgan Rogers in that 4th and 5th midfielder spot. However, do I trust Manchester United as a team? No. Ahmad cannot be just that sole player delivering those moments of brilliance to get his side through. I've actually put together the form versus fixture charts for this week. There's not going to be a video because there's simply not time this time of year, but it's worth noting Chelsea in 3rd place, Newcastle in 2nd place, and Liverpool top. And when you're selling Saka, obviously I do want to shift some of those funds forward, but it is tempting to use more of the money from Saka on the replacement midfielder. And given that Liverpool are top of the form versus fixture charts, one person I don't mind a punt on is Diogo Jota. Now, he has been benched since coming back from injury, but I think it's probably going to be his time to start in Game Week 18 against Leicester at home. So I am tempted to go there with the punt. Whether it pays off or not, I don't know. And he is going to be a transfer out waiting to happen, but I really want to be tripled up on Liverpool over Christmas. And I feel like Jota is worth the risk because even if he gets limited minutes from the bench, we know that he can still deliver. Now, going down to Jota does free up funds because I really need to get Isak in my forward line. I said last week that I wanted to rip up my team to get him in. I didn't eventually do that because of the circumstances around the Cunha potential ban that hasn't come to fruition yet, but I do want to get Isak in this week. Newcastle 2nd in the form versus fixture charts. They've got Aston Villa at home this week, but then the 2 fixtures after that, Manchester United and Spurs, they're among the worst defences in the league right now. Isak's in sensational form. He's scored in 4 consecutive games, and it's not just one return. So he's going to be coming into the forward line, but where does he come in? I can't sell Chris Wood before he plays Spurs at home. He's been a player I've owned long term. I've got value built up in. So it's going to be one of Solanke or Cunha making way. Now, things could be taken out of my hands. We're still anticipating a potential ban for Cunha following what happened at the end of the Ipswich game in game week 16. We haven't had any news on that yet, so whether the Premier League admin or the FA admin, gets sorted out before Christmas, that's one thing to consider, because he's got Manchester United at home this week, which is a decent fixture. Solanke, the tougher fixture this week, Forest away, but Spurs, I think it's another 3 or 4 games where they've scored 3+ goals in every game. I think it's the last 3 actually, and Solanke a goal involvement in each of the last 3 games. I am enjoying having a slice of that Spurs attack, so we need to wait for news this week before I make an exact decision of which of these forwards make way for Isak, but Isak has to come in. He's absolutely essential, and it's killing me not having a Newcastle attacker in this team right now. Team selection time then for game week 18, and the 11 is pretty strong going into this one. Obviously, I've got double Arsenal defence at home to Ipswich, which I really hope comes through. Obviously, it's frustrating not to have an Arsenal attacker for that game as well, but you know, Gabriel's got the goal threat anyway. Trent at home to Leicester, great fixture for him as well. Let's hope he starts. And then, yeah, it's going to be Robinson as the third defender. Away at Chelsea, not expecting a clean sheet, but 6 assists this season. You never know. It's a better fixture than Konza away at Newcastle, and I don't think Vandenberg will be available for Brentford. Moving into the midfield then, it's double Chelsea attack at home to Fulham, Palmer and Enzo, good fixture for those two, and then double Liverpool attack with Salah and Jota at home to Leicester, one of the best fixtures on the FPL calendar this season. And provisionally in the forward line, it's Isak in for Cunha. For Aston Villa at home, we've got Chris Wood against Spurs at home, a great fixture, and Solanke obviously plays against him as well. Morgan Rogers again first sub for the trip to Newcastle. You never know what can happen in these congested schedules. We will see rotation, so it's good to have him as a first sub. We've got Konza on the bench as well. It does worry me that I haven't got a sub 3. Captaincy, I mean, we don't need to have the conversation on who to captain. There is only one man, Mo Salah. Almost 11 points per game he's averaging now. His form is absolutely ridiculous. I am considering triple captain for Leicester at home. It will be brave, because we do know that Liverpool have got a double game week coming later in the season involving Everton. However, we also know that the assistant manager chip needs to be timed with double game weeks as well. So maybe I do go early with a triple captain on Salah, because I want to triple captain Salah because he's the best player in the game this season, and a home game against a promoted team struggling defensively. Remember, they've just lost 3-0 at home to Wolves. It feels like a great opportunity to captain Salah, especially with Leicester's defensive injuries as well. There's just I always have such rotten luck with the triple captainship, so I am always a bit nervous to play it. It was encouraging to see that Salah wasn't subbed that early against Spurs. He looked really hungry to get more returns. He was searching for the hat-trick, so yeah, I think there's enough factors in there to make me think that it could be worth going with Salah. Are you considering a triple captainship? Let me know in the comments for this one. Do make sure that you're checking out the Sleeper League to win one of those £250 Amazon vouchers. Comment Prime in the chat on the Sleeper app using that link in the description. Let's get it to 1,000 likes. Subscribe as well. I want 37,000 subscribers for Christmas. Thank you for all the support, and make sure that you're hitting the notify button for the deadline stream, which is on Boxing Day at 10 a.m, 1 hour before the Game Week 18 deadline. Thank you for watching.